who had already started recording. I didn't get a chance to take a second or two and brace for the fact I'm going to hit that little recorder button, because usually what happens is I log onto the website and it asks for permission to use my microphone first before it starts the recording. So even if I hit the record button, I still have another chance. It's two buttons before I've decided that, yes, in fact, I am going to talk and record. And I what was I even gonna say? I think I was gonna talk about my trackpad on my laptop. I was gonna say how I've discovered new things because I've been using it for quite some time now, and it has these two buttons that are really loud and clicky. Wait, I don't know. Oops, what did I just do? I don't know if you can hear this. Maybe not, but it's quite clicky and bothersome. And I have been having to click and scroll, but I figured out that on the right side of my trackpad, if I just run my fingers along the edge, it acts as a scroll wheel. So I haven't had to move my cursor onto a thing, click it, and then scroll down. I've had a built-in scroll wheel this entire time. And I just don't like right-clicking in general. And I want to find a way to right-click without having to click these dumb buttons. I'm sure there's a way. It said something about, or somebody online said something about putting two fingers down at the same time, but the problem with that is I'm not sure if that's for this trackpad, because there have been a lot of trackpads, and I don't know if it's affected by operating system. I don't know how any of that works. So I'll probably look for this specific model and see if I can find a tutorial on how to use the trackpad, but I feel like I'm really old when I have to do something like that. I feel like I should just be able to use the trackpad intuitively like I'm Neo, because I've always felt since I was a kid, and my parents, didn't grow up with technology, really. I mean, kind of, but not really, because they were born in like the 70s. Um, I would always be able to just go and do something on the computer, or somehow older people will struggle even with a TV remote. So I can go to the TV remote and figure things out for them, and just plugging in an HDMI was a superpower to them, it seemed. But now that I've gotten, a little bit older, I'm still young. I'm not the superhero anymore. There's a younger generation that's possibly more tech literate than I am. Probably know how to navigate this stuff better than I do. Maybe they're Neo. Maybe I'm Morpheus now. And Agent Smith is the Amish. That's who the Agent Smith, right? People who hate technology. That's who it is. I do wonder about stuff like that, like when I get much older, assuming I do, I guess I could die, who knows, am I still going to have the ability to learn new technology? I think I could, because there are old people who do, in fact, seem to get on well with tech. They study it and stuff, and I know there are people in various fields where, they learned a certain way of doing something, but then they've brushed up on the new research and have adjusted their practice in accordance with it, which I think is admirable, because I do have sort of a stereotype where I associate pretty old people, not like middle age, but pretty old, like 70s and stuff. I associate them with not moving with the times and stuff. Anyways, I'm just rambling. Goodbye.